My focus was on my mobile. I was watching something, reading something. I don't remember, maybe, but I didn't feel it. 11:32, before midnight. I was awake before midnight. I was awake, and yet I did not feel it. My daughter woke up. She was already sleeping, and then suddenly I saw her waking up. I didn't know why she woke up, but now I know. Did you guys feel it? Anybody? Khushi, City? Oh, Khushi is
Yes,
not
sir.
in Gashi. Yeah.
Yes,
Did you
sir.
feel the earthquake? Okay.
Yes, sir, me.
Were you scared? Did you guys go
Yes,
out of your house?
me, me and my sister is scared. And I'm happy also.
I said, were you scared? I said, were you scared? If you listen carefully and allow it, again, I will tell you, you guys gotta work on your mind. I said, were you scared? So your response should be,
You scared, are you saying?
I said, were you scared? Okay, if I say, were you scared? तो आपका जवाब होगा, yes, I.
I I were.
Were you scared? I was. Yes, I was.
I was.
Were you scared? Yes, I was. Abhinav, did you also feel that earthquake last night?
No, sir. I sleep very deep, sir.
Okay. And you were already sleeping at 11:30.
Yeah, I sleep
Wow,
at 10.
good. Well, lovely, Abhinav. Sharik, what about you? Did you feel it?
No, sir, I never feel. My friends called, then I.
Sorry, we couldn't hear your voice very well. Are you using an external mic?
No, sir.
Okay, can you go a little closer? Keep your mobile closer to your mouth.
Okay, sir.
What did you say? Did you feel it or you
No,
didn't
sir.
feel the earthquake?
No, sir, I can't feel it.
Okay. A lot of people miss, unless it is a big earthquake, a lot of people miss it. It was 5.9 on Richter scale, and 5.9 below 6, anything is not that bad. When it crosses 6, like 6.5 or something, it can be destructive. Okay. So let's carry on. Let's start our class. We had some homework. Oh no. Okay. Homes around the world. Gabriel from the south of France. Kelly from Perth, Australia. And Nagendra and Anita from India. You listen to them, right? And you had to decide. So maybe I should play it first. I'm going to play it first, guys, for you guys. Play the audio. Exercise 4, Unit 4, Exercise 7.
Unit 4,
Is 7, parts 1 and 2.
Gabrielle, from the south of France.
I live with my son and my grandson. We live in a small village called Tarascon near Avignon in the south of France. The house is very old and very big. We only live in part of it. There are 6 bedrooms, but we only use 3 of them. Most of the time we live in the kitchen. It's a big kitchen. We eat and watch TV in there. We don't use the living room very much. That's big too. My son, Christophe, is a builder. He's divorced. My grandson, Laurent, is only 9. He goes to school in the village.
Kelly, from Perth, Australia.
I'm very excited because I have my own house for the first time. It's a bungalow and it's very new and modern. I have 3 bedrooms, a big living room and kitchen, and a small garden. I love it. I love cooking in my kitchen for my friends. It's in a part of Perth called Greenwood, not too far from the city centre. I work in a bank right in the centre, and I go to work by train. I live alone. Well, that's not quite true. I live with my cat, Ozzy. He's my best friend.
Nagendra and Anita, from Delhi, India.
We live in a small flat with our daughters Alicia, she's 13, and Shristi, she's 15. The flat isn't in the centre of Delhi. It's west of Delhi, 20 kilometres from my work and the children's school. It's old and simple. We have 1 bedroom, 1 living room, and a tiny kitchen. The television's in one corner of the living room, and the fridge is in the other corner. Our kitchen is too small for a fridge. We sit on the floor to watch TV and eat our evening meal. The girls sleep here too. My wife and I sleep in the bedroom.
Now answer the questions. Who lives in a bungalow? Kelly lives in a bungalow. Who lives in an old house? Who lives in an old house? Gabriel. Gabriel lives in an old house. Who lives in a flat? And again, and Anita. 4. Who has 2 daughters? Who has a cat? Kelly has a cat. Who has a divorced son? Gabriel. Who watches TV in the kitchen? Who loves cooking? Who loves cooking? Who travels 20 kilometers to work? Okay. Who teaches English?
Vinay sir.
Good. Who lives in Kolkata?
Kushi.
Sushi. Who is a software engineer? Abhinav. Who is from Rajgir
Sweetie.
and Rishikesh and City. Okay. Who wants ice cream? Who wants ice cream?
We all.
You want ice cream, guys? Do you want to eat ice cream? Okay. Fine, we will have ice cream. But Sweetie, you can't have ice cream with us. You are not here. Sad. This is one sad thing about my class, that some of the students cannot join the parties we have. The other day, when my evening class finished, I had a small party. We ate ice cream, we drank cold drinks, but my online students were not there, only the physical class students. Good morning, Moon. And very Saim, absent today, I know. I'm very sure he will be absent today. पक्का गायब हो जाएगा। कल मैंने जिसको सुनाया उसके बाद तो वो गायब ही होना था उसका। ये टिपिकल बिहेवियर स्टूडेंट्स का। आप किसी को डांटोगे ना, अगले दिन वो गायब हो जाएगा। उसको बेइज्जती लगते लगते और कल नहीं जाएंगे, परसों जाएंगे। This is typical behavior. Okay. Typical मतलब common, very common, normal, not strange. Who is married? Not on from those stories, from in our class. In our class, who is married? Ruksar is married, and Khushi is married, and anybody else?
And
Faiza?
you are married.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. I'm married too, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. All right. Now the other questions. Underline the correct answer. Exercise 2. Number 1. Gabrielle. She only uses 3 of the bedrooms. She doesn't use all the 6 bedrooms. There are total 6 bedrooms. She says 6, I think. We'll listen, don't worry. But she uses only 3 of them. Okay. Her son is a builder, not a farmer. 3. There is a school in the village. 4. Kelly's house has a garden. 5. She works in a bank in the city center. She goes to work by train. She goes to work by train. 7.
Good morning, sir.
Don't live in the center of Delhi. Good morning, Faiz. 8. There isn't a fridge in the kitchen. 9. Very good. So you guys did all correct. Huh? You got all the questions correct. I have a doubt. I think many of you did not do the exercise. It was supposed to be a listening exercise. You guys were supposed to listen to the audio and answer the questions. I have a feeling that you guys did not listen and answer the questions. You guys read and answered the questions. If you guys listen and answer the questions, I am delighted. I'm very happy. Okay. But if you guys change the nature of the exercise, in my course, there are some audio-based exercises and there are some text-based exercises. Text-based exercises like Hotel Melmaisen exercise, you had to read a text and answer questions. So it was a text-based exercise. And there are some audio-based exercises like this one. You have to listen and answer the question. Some students feel very comfortable with the text-based exercises, but not very comfortable with audio-based exercises. So what they do is they look at somebody's audio script and answer the questions instead of listening to the audio file. So if you are one of those people, please stop that. Audio-based exercises have different effect on you. Text-based exercises have a different effect on you. So different medicine have different effect. So different exercises also give you different kind of understanding. So it's important that you keep a listening exercise a listening exercise. Don't change it into a reading exercise. Okay. It was a very interesting. Normally people enjoy doing this exercise, and after this exercise, I think you guys are in a very good position to talk about your house, your people as well, right? Because these people talked about their house, their people in the family, everything. Now you can do the same, but before that, I would like to play this audio file again and help you understand every sentence here, okay?
Unit 4,
There are problems? Yeah, good. Let's understand. Everybody, those who wrote the audio script, listen carefully. And those who didn't write the audio script, you too pay attention, okay?
Exercise 7, Parts 1 and 2.
Gabrielle from the south of France.
I live.
Where is Gabriel from? She is from the south of? Yes. Where are you from? You? Where are you from? From the north of India. You're from the north of India. And from the east of Bihar. We are in the east of Bihar. We are in the west of Bihar, Naranda. Yeah.
Live with my son and my grandson.
He says, I live with my son and my grandson. He starts there. I live with my son and my grandson.
We live in a small village called Tarascon.
We live in a small village called Trascombe. Name doesn't matter. French name. There are millions of villages in the world, right? And they all have strange names. If you talk about Indian villages, if you are in Tamil Nadu, you will not understand the names of the villages. If you are in Gujarat, some names will be different. If you are in Punjab, the names of the villages will be different, right? So this name should not bother you. What is this name, Trascom? Anything, just write T and say it in any way you want, because it's a French name. Because she lives in a village in France. So villages in France will have a French name or English name or a Hindi name. French name, obviously, right?
Near Avignon in the south of France.
Near Avignon in the south of France. Okay. She lives in a small village in the south of France. Okay. We live in a small town called Bihar Sharif. Right, guys? We live in a small town called Bihar Sharif. Okay. Sweetie lives in a tourist place. Sweetie lives in a tourist place called. Sweetie lives in a tourist place called Rajgir. Okay. हम लोग के लिए ये सेंटेंस सही नहीं है. वो ये लाइन हम लोग के साथ नहीं यूज करेंगे. हम लोग तो जानते हैं राजगीर को, तो सीधे बोलेगा आई लिव इन राजगीर. लेकिन when she is talking to somebody who doesn't know Rajgir, then she can say I live in a tourist place called Rajgir. It is near Patna. It is near Patna. Okay. The capital of Bihar. Like this. So this woman lives in a small village.
The house is very old and very big.
The house is very old and very big. The house is very old and very big. The house is very old and very big. Which house? Gabriel's house, right? Yeah, Gabriel's house is very big and very old.
Big. We only live in part of it.
We only live in part of it. We only live in part of it. We don't live in the whole house. Yeah, we don't live in the whole house. We live in part of it. We live in part of it. We don't use the whole house. There are
6 bedrooms, but
There are 6 bedrooms. There are 6 bedrooms, but
we only use 3 of them.
we only use 3 of them. We only use 3 of them. There are 6 bedrooms, but we only use 3 of them. है तो 6, हम लोग use करते हैं सिर्फ 3. There are 6 bedrooms, but we only use 3 of them. Yeah, lucky them, na? They have a bigger house than they need.
Most of the time we live in the kitchen.
Most of the time we live in the kitchen. Most of the time they in the kitchen. They live in the kitchen. Yeah. It means their kitchen is their living room. Their kitchen is their living room. Yeah. Most of the time we live in the kitchen.
It's a big kitchen. We eat.
It's a big kitchen. Our kitchen is a big kitchen. Yeah, it's a big kitchen.
And watch TV in there.
We eat and watch TV in there. We eat and watch TV in there. Okay. We eat in the kitchen and we watch TV in the kitchen. Now that sounds surprising that she watches TV in the kitchen. I think I cannot hear my online students now. Hello, dear students, say hello to me. Yes, there is all of a
Yes, sir.
sudden, I didn't
We
do
can
anything,
hear
right?
you.
We were just going fine, and suddenly there is a problem.
Hello.
It won't work now. I don't know what happened suddenly. No, what happened? When it started, it was great, was fine, and now something went wrong. I know, Musharraf, you can hear us, but we cannot hear you. That's the problem, you know. Suddenly something has changed here.
Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, we'll have to fix it first. And to fix it, we'll have to connect this echo device. Alexa, 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 Alexa is dead. Alexa, hello?
Alexa did break up with you, sir.
Alexa died. What do I do? Alexa is dead, guys. I'm trying to make her alive again. Wait. Yeah. Okay. I think Alexa is back. Alexa, we'll connect it. Hello, Abhinav. Hello, Faisal.
Desktop 05 lever J8C.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. This is cool. Not as good as we want, but okay. I think that audio is better than Alexa's audio. It's more clear when I play the audio on the big screen. That is the TV audio, the TV speaker is better quality, I think. And why won't it be? It's an expensive TV, right? 60,000, 4,000. Okay, let's see if we can play the audio.
Living room very much. That's big too. My son, Christoph. It's a big kitchen. We
Okay, something has changed again. I don't know. Why does this happen again and again? Ooh. Say hello to me again, guys. My
Hello.
speaker is bothering me. No, it isn't working.
Hello, sir. Hello.
No. 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 Alexa, again disconnected. Alexa is dead again. Okay, guys, bear with me. I'm trying to fix it. Okay. I need to fix my camera as well. Hey. On its own, it changes. That's the problem. It changes on its own. And why does that happen? Hello. Nothing. Can't hear anything. I'll have to finally. Alexa. Okay. Connect.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Don't worry, Alexa. I'll fix you. Alexa connected.
Desktop 05.
Military has struck an ambulance in Gaza City. It said it was being used by Hamas fighters near battle lines. A statement said a number of fighters had...
Okay, that's BBC. Okay, I guess now you can hear me, everybody, and I think I can hear you as well. Say hello to me.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, fine. We are fine now. We can carry on.
We don't use the living. Most of the time we live in the kitchen. It's a big kitchen. We eat and watch TV in there.
We eat and watch TV in there, in the kitchen. Interesting. Okay.
We don't use the living room very much.
We don't use the living room very much. ये सब एकदम पढ़ा हुआ ना अच्छे से? Don't कैसे लगाते हैं, doesn't कैसे, सब किया हुआ ना? Practice है सिर्फ, okay? We don't use the living room very much. We don't use the living room very much.
That's big too.
That's big too. The living room is big too. So her house is very big. She has big kitchen. Her living room is big. Yeah. Here there are 6 rooms.
My son, Christoph, is a builder.
Now she's talking a little bit about her family, right? My son, Christoph, is a builder.
He's divorced.
He is divorced. Divorced. He is divorced. D-I-V-O-R-C-E-D. VORCED. CED, divorced. He is divorced. What does divorced mean? Okay, somebody who makes a mistake and then corrects his mistake is divorced. You don't understand? Like you get married, you make a mistake, and then you say, sorry, I want to correct my mistake. I don't want to live with you. You divorce your wife. So now you are divorced. So her son is divorced. Okay, jokes apart. Is divorce a good thing? No. Nah, never. But in some circumstances, it is better than something else. For example, if a man and woman are not happy together, not at all happy together, there is no way they can be happy together. The wife is very attractive. The man is definitely not pleasant, appealing, attractive at all. And the woman feels disgusted when she is with him. Then, of course, they should divorce. Another woman will like that man. And if the same is true, maybe the man is very attractive, very smart, very intelligent, and he just doesn't like his wife at all, okay? Then they should get divorced. Somebody else will like that woman. You know what? In this world, the funniest thing is, there is somebody who will always like you, no problems. Not everybody will like you, but somebody will always like you. Yeah. Sometimes what happens, we get together with the wrong people. You know, they say that he makes the pairs. I don't agree. I don't agree. When I see so many unhappy people in the world, okay, so many unhappy people in the world, married people, you know, they're not happy together. There are lots of married people who are not happy together. And we say, God makes pairs in heaven. I don't believe that at all. If God made pairs in heaven, then people should be happy together. It means God is a bad matchmaker because his match, you know, when he puts a man and a woman together, they're not happy. So he has to take the responsibility. If I'm a matchmaker, if I say X and Y will live together and they're not happy, it means it is my fault because I decided that X and Y should live together, right? I personally feel that marriage is like a lottery. Marriage is like a lottery, especially arranged marriage. Especially all marriages are like a lottery, but especially arranged marriage. Arranged marriage is very like a lottery. You know, sometimes you're lucky, you get a good result, you win, and most times you lose. Talk to 10 people or talk to 100 people who have been married for 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. Ask them. They'll say, okay, okay. Most of them will be just saying, okay, it's okay. And you see, lots of married people, they're not happy with their partners because their parents choose their partners, you know, they don't choose. If you love someone, you care about them. Even after a fight, you care about them because you love them. But when your mommy and papa put you together with somebody, you don't have that feeling inside. You never love that person. So from where will you get that emotion? So personally, I feel that parents should be a little open-minded and they should allow their children to spend some time with somebody before they get married. And then they should say, okay, if the children say, yes, this is good, fine. Otherwise, ups and downs are different things. Some people just don't love each other. Just don't love each other. There are lots of wives who don't love their husbands at all. Zero. They don't have a feeling of love for their husbands. Yes, they sleep with them because they're married, but they don't have the feeling of love. Similarly, there are lots of men who don't carry love in their hearts for their wives. Zero love. They sleep with them. Being in bed together is one thing, but having feelings in your heart for somebody is a different thing. Sometimes I feel very lucky that, I'm married to a woman I love. It solves a lot of problems, actually. Life is difficult for everybody. Life is a challenge for everyone. But if you love your partner and your partner loves you back, then the problems become a bit easier. There are problems, okay, but you can handle those problems more easily. Otherwise, it's difficult, very difficult. Anyways, her son is divorced. In our society, when somebody gets divorced, we judge them a lot. We make so many comments about them in private, behind their back. We gossip about them. In many societies, it is a normal thing. Okay, two people were not happy together, so they divorced. But here we discuss it so much. Say, what happened? Why? It is a sad thing, no doubt. Divorce is a sad thing. Breakup is a sad thing. Even when a boyfriend and girlfriend break up, it's a sad thing. And a husband and wife split. A husband and wife split. It's very sad because the families are involved. And if they have children, it is tragic. When they have children and they separate, they split, it is so tragic. But we need to accept it, that sometimes it's better that the people are not together. It's better. Imagine they quarrel every day, they fight every day, and they don't love each other at all. Then it's better that they separate, live in different houses, get married again, right? It's better in a way. Human relationship, it's very complicated thing, Life is great when everything is going good, and life sucks when your family members, your relations do not work. Some people have complaints with their parents. My parents don't love me. My parents don't care about me. They only care about my brother. They only care about my sister. They only love my brother. They only love my sister. Some people have this complaint. And they're very unhappy people. Those who have this complaint, they're very unhappy inside. Because parents love, how important it is. If you feel, you two are brothers, okay? Do you get that feeling, mommy loves him more or papa loves him more, like that feeling? Sometimes. Sometimes it's okay. But if that feeling makes you angry all the time, makes you hate your brother or sister, then it's not okay. Sometimes it's normal to have that feeling, that mommy loves him more, papa loves him more. Sometimes it's okay to have that feeling. Moon, your brother Saim is not here. Your mommy loves you more or your brother Saim more? She loves you more. Why? And your papa? Papa also loves you more. तो तू साइम का एक्स्ट्रा ख्याल रखता है? मम्मी पापा तो तुमको ज्यादा मानते हैं, तो तुमको साइम का ख्याल रखना चाहिए. एक्स्ट्रा, क्योंकि उनका प्यार तुम्हारे लिए ज्यादा है, तो वो कमी तुम भरपाई करते हो साइम के साथ। हाँ, घर पे कि फिर मम्मी पापा तुमको ज्यादा प्यार करते हैं ना, तो उसको कम करते हैं ना, तो उसकी भरपाई तुम ही करोगे ना। घर पे कौन, क्यों? घर पे नहीं रहोगे तो रहने के लिए जगह कहाँ है? गली, जिससे कहाँ? तो मोहल्ले में रहने के लिए तुम पैदा हुए हो, तुम पैदा हुए मोहल्ले में रहने के लिए मेरे दोस्त। घर पे रहोगे तो इंसान बनोगे, मोहल्ले में रहोगे तो कुछ और बन जाओगे, याद रखना। घर बना है तुम्हारे रहने के लिए, मोहल्ला नहीं। ये कई लड़कों की प्रॉब्लम है। दे लाइक स्पेंडिंग टाइम विद बॉयज देयर एज इन द मोहल्ला, और वहां रहते तो क्या बातें होती हैं? खाली बकवास बातें। बदल जा मून, नहीं तो फिर पैसा कमाएगा मेहनत से, शरीर के, दिमाग से नहीं। घर पे रहेगा तो दिमाग से कमाएगा, याद रख, ठीक है? योर पापा डजंट लिव विद यू, ही लिव्स इन अनदर कंट्री। तेरे को भी ऐसे ही करना पड़ेगा, घर परिवार से दूर रहना पड़ेगा पैसा कमाने के लिए। Is it a very good life, guys, when your father has to live away from you? Do you think your papa will be happy about it? Everybody wants to live with their family. They have a wife, they have children, but some people have to sacrifice that family life to earn money. Why? Because they don't have good opportunities in their place. Okay? So please understand all these things. I don't want to give lectures, but sometimes I feel I'm lucky that I earn my money staying at home with my family members, Sometimes I feel it's great, actually. It depends on how you look at it, There are different ways to see the same thing. Okay, when I speak to you guys in the class, I think hard how I can make my sentences simple, how I can make my sentences easy to understand, because it's an elementary level class here. I don't want to use difficult words or phrases, or don't want to use difficult structures which you will not understand. So if I make so much extra effort to speak simple English, you should also help me by paying attention to the way I speak. Pay attention. If you listen to me carefully and these kind of audio files, then you will benefit so much when you speak. The problem with most of my students is they don't bring so much attention when they listen. बस तुरंत समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, वो ध्यान नहीं देते, दोहरा ले तिहरा ले दिमाग में शब्दों को. Please try that, okay? We got carried away a little bit for words unke. Her son is divorced. Divorced. Her son is divorced.
My grandson Laurent is only 9.
And she has a grandson. Okay. Yeah, he's only 9 years old.
Sir, my grandson is long.
उसका नाम बताया ना, my grandson Lon is only 9 years old. उसने नाम बताया ना, my grandson. Okay, let's listen again, beta. Let's listen again, okay?
He goes to school in the village. My son Christophe is a builder. He's divorced. My grandson Laurent is only 9.
Did you realize that? My grandson Laurent is only 9 years old. So her grandson's name is? Okay. उसकी स्पेलिंग तो आपको कंफ्यूज कर देगी. क्या है स्पेलिंग? Anybody?
LAWN.
अच्छा सुनो. LAURENT. L A U R E N T. And how did she pronounce it?
Big too. My son, Christophe, is a builder. He's divorced. My grandson, Laurent, is only 9. He goes to school.
My grandson, Laurent, is only 9 years old. He goes to the school in the village.
In the village.
Goes to school in the village. I know. I just want to convey this message to you. Proper nouns, okay? Names of people and places. Don't worry about them. When you don't understand the spelling, it's all right. You can learn the spelling, there's no problem. But don't feel that you should know the spelling. You may not know the spelling because it depends on how they write it. You know, let me give you another. B-O-U-C-H-E-R. B-O-U-C-H-E-R. Voucher, right? Most people will pronounce it voucher. English people also pronounce it voucher. South African people also pronounce it voucher. There was a player, Mark Boucher. He was the wicket keeper of the South African team. Mark Boucher. Okay? But in French, if somebody has a name with B-O-U-C-H-E-R, they will not pronounce it voucher. They might pronounce it boucher. 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 So depends, you see. Don't worry about these things. These are not English language words. These are proper nouns, okay? Proper nouns can be difficult to pronounce, can be difficult to spell. Don't feel bad about it. I won't know the spelling of many names because they are not English words. They are names. For example, the name Gabrielle, okay? She writes Gabrielle this way. Another person might write Gabrielle differently. Different people can spell the word Gabrielle, their name Gabrielle, differently. So you can never be sure. You should ask people how they spell their names. Suppose you are writing on a piece of paper Ranjit's name, okay? So Ranjit, how do you spell it? R-A-N-J-I-T or J-E-E-T? So you can ask people how they want to spell their name. You know, they will decide, they will tell you. There is no problem with that. Don't feel embarrassed that you do not know the spelling of their names. When I take admission of my students, I ask them, how do you spell your name? Because sometimes I don't know how they spell their names. I should ask them. It doesn't mean my English is bad. No, I just respect them and ask them how they spell their name. Tausif, you are, okay? How do you spell your name, Tausif? T-A-U-S-I-F. Not everybody will spell Tausif this way. Some people will spell it differently. Guys, understand that. Some people will spell...
Been killed and accused Hamas of using ambulances to transport militants and weapons.
Now
A
connect to the
Hamas
desktop
official said his...
O5 Erasure HC.
Okay. Let's carry on. So my grandson Long is 9 years old and he goes to school. He goes to in the village. It means there is a school in the village.
Kelly from Perth, Australia.
Now listen to Kelly.
Kelly from Perth, Australia.
Yes.
I'm very excited because I have my own house for the first time.
She says, I'm very excited because I have my own house. I have my own house, O-W-N. I have my own house for the first time. For the,
First time.
okay. I think everybody who is, in their 20s and they start a job, their dream is to get a house. Don't you guys want to have your own house one day? Right now, you live in your parents' house. You live in your parents' house, but you want to have your own house someday? So she says, I'm very excited, very happy, excited, very happy. Is she very excited, very happy? Because she has her own house. She has her own house for the first time. She never had her own house. Okay. Now she has her own house. Earlier, she lived in rented houses. Okay. Now she has her own house. How happy people feel when they get their first house, right? So she's excited. She has her own house for the first time.
It's a bungalow.
It's a bungalow. What kind of house is this? It's a bungalow. She tells you the type. It's a bungalow. Bungalow is a type of house. It's a bungalow. Bangla hai house. ये घर कैसा है? Bangla hai. It's a bungalow.
And it's very new and modern.
And it's very new and modern. It's very new and modern. It's a new bungalow, modern bungalow. It's very new and modern.
I have 3 bedrooms.
She has 3 bedrooms. There are 3 bedrooms in the bungalow, guys.
A big living room.
And a big living room.
And kitchen.
And kitchen.
And a small garden.
And a small garden. Wow, one person and such a big house. 3 bedrooms, 1 big living room, a kitchen, a garden. Wow. This is Australia. Australia is a big country, Houses are not very expensive there. Houses are not very expensive in America, in Australia. These are very big countries and the population is very small. So there is a lot of land and people live in big houses. It's difficult in India, In India, we have so many people. Nearly 5 billion, 1.5, nearly. We are getting there slowly and slowly. Okay. We have crossed 1.4 billion and very soon we will reach 1.5 billion people. Dear Arab. That's so many people. And in a small country, not as big as Australia, is size-wise, India is not as big as Australia. India is not as big as America. America, Australia are much bigger in size, in area. But in population, India is the biggest country in the world. We left China behind. पर भाई मैं इसके लिए जिम्मेवार नहीं. Okay? Because I have only one daughter. Okay? आप लोग के मम्मी पापा जिम्मेवार. मेरे मम्मी पापा भी. Okay? Because my parents had 4 children. Okay? Okay. So anyways, but I'm not responsible for this. Okay? I have not played any role in making India a big country, crowded country. I have only contributed with 1 child. That is okay, I think. How many children would you like to have in the future when you guys are married? 2, 3, 4, 1, none. How many children would you like to have? Rishikesh? When you are married in the future, how many children do you plan? You would like 2. Tasif would like 2. And you, Muzammil? 2. The same 2 or another 2? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Okay. Moon, how many children would you like to have? But you may have a plan that I want these many children. A football team, 11 people, 11 children maybe. No? Kabaddi team, 7. Carrom team, 4. Okay. Rishikesh, how many children would you like? Eh? 2. Pehle 6. Abhi फिर 6 or 2. Half a dozen and then 2. Okay. And you, Sahil? 2. 2. 2. 1 boy, 1 girl. And if you get 2 boys, then will you try another? If you get 2 girls, then will you try another? No problem. Whether 2 boys or 2 girls or 1 boy, 1 girl, that is ideal. 1 boy, 1 girl is ideal, right? But if you get 2 boys, then would you try for a third? No. Okay. Okay. Khushi, you are married.
Yes, sir.
So, do you have plans? How many children you want to have?
2, sir.
We can't hear you, Khushi. Your audio is very quiet. Try and speak loudly. Maybe bring the mobile close to you, close to your mouth. Yeah.
2, sir.
Yeah. So, no, sir, means you don't want to have children. What are you saying, Khushi?
2, sir.
2. Okay. You want only 2 children. Ideally, you want a son and a daughter, I know. But what if you get 2 sons? Will you try for a third daughter? If you get 2 daughters, would you try for a third son? This is the reason why some people have more children. You know, some parents have more children, not because they wanted more children, because they wanted a particular child. Like though they got 2 daughters, they wanted a son. So they try the third time. The third time they get a daughter again. Then they try for a son again and they get a 4th daughter. So somehow, their family becomes big. Some people try this for a daughter as well. They have 2 sons. They want a daughter. They try the third time. They get a son again. This is such a shame in India, that in India you can't go for gender test. Doctors can be punished. If they went for gender test here, they could be punished, because in India, when they find out that inside there is a girl, they get abortion. How stupid and how callous, how cruel. When they find out there is a girl inside, then they kill that girl, they abort the child in India. How crazy, how stupid it is. They call themselves parents. They are monsters, Saleh. Sorry, right? If you don't want a child, that's another thing. Why you go for abortion because you don't want a child. Galti se bachcha hua, right? So aap nahi chahte, aap abortion. But you just kill that child because that child is not a boy, is a girl. तो आप माता पिता हो या राक्षस हो? Think about it. सिर्फ इसलिए कि वो लड़की है, आप उसको मार रहे हो, तो आप माता पिता हो ही नहीं, आप तो राक्षस हो यार. राक्षस से बुरे, राक्षस दूसरे के बच्चे खाते हैं, अपने बच्चे नहीं खाते वो. बट आप तो अपने ही बच्चे को खा गए, मतलब किल कर दिया. So that's really bad, I think. That's why we have technology today. Everybody knows we have technology. We can find out whether we are going to have a boy or a girl. But in India, people don't know. नहीं जब पता उनको, क्योंकि डॉक्टर बताएगा नहीं, क्योंकि बताएगा तो हो सकता है आप कुछ कर दो. Right? When my wife was pregnant, I asked the doctor that I want to know whether my child is a boy or girl. She looked at me like this. I said, don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm being a father for the first time, so I'm excited. That's why I want to know. They said, do you know that it is illegal to even talk about it to a doctor in India? I said, no, I didn't know it was illegal to talk about it. When I asked the doctor whether my child is going to be a male or female, she looked at me with a question like, I mean, I care about this? Because she thought I was not that kind of person. So she was shocked. I said, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking because I want a boy or want a girl. Not like that. Actually, I want a girl. Okay. But I just want to know. She said, don't ask again ever. Okay. I will complain about you to the police. I said, no, I won't ask. I won't ask. She thought that, some people are like that, they pretend to be nice, but they inside. The doctors here, there are doctors who charge 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 rupees just to tell you and these are bad doctors, because they know very well that these parents who are spending 5,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees to know the gender of the child, what their intentions are, isn't it? Oh, sad. Yeah. हाँ, तो मेरी डॉक्टर ने नहीं बताया, डॉक्टर सुनिधि सिन्हा, सुनीति सिन्हा. No, they will not. It's illegal. If a doctor tells you that that's what I'm saying. I've just told you now that some doctors do it because they know very well that these people are going to kill that child, and still they do it. It is the problem of the doctor as well. The doctor should not say anything. And parents should also change their mindset. What is this nonsense that if they have a girl child, they should get rid of it or something like that? Come on. It's a sad story. Anyways, let's talk about this. Forget it. This woman is excited. Why is she excited? Because she has her own house for the first time. It's a bungalow, right? A big bungalow. There are 3 bedrooms, a big living room, a kitchen, a small garden.
I love it.
She loves it. She says, I love it.
I love cooking in my kitchen for
I love cooking in my kitchen. It's
my friends.
For her friends. She loves cooking in her kitchen for her friends because she's not married yet.
It's in a part of Perth called Greenwood.
It's in a part of Perth called Greenwood. Perth is a big city in Australia, like Mumbai is a big city. So Perth is a big city in Australia. Now, Mumbai has different parts, Andheri, Juhu, Lonavala, this, that. These are parts of Mumbai. So she says, I live in a part of Perth called Greenwood. Greenwood. Where does she live? Greenwood. G-R-E-N, green, W-O-O-D, Greenwood. So where does she live? Where is Greenwood? In Perth, right? Greenwood is a locality in Perth. She lives there. She lives in Greenwood in Perth.
Not too far from the city centre.
Greenwood is not too far from the city centre. Greenwood is not in the city centre. Greenwood is not in the city centre, but it is not too far from the city centre. बहुत ज़्यादा दूर नहीं है. It's not too far from the city centre. T-O-O-2, too far. It's not too far. T-O-O-2, बहुत ज़्यादा दूर नहीं है. It's not too far from the city centre.
I work in a bank right in the centre.
I work in a bank right in the center. She works in a bank in the center. And she lives in Greenwood. Greenwood is not in the city center. Okay? So she travels to work.
And I go to work by train.
She goes to work by train. When you live in a big city, you have to travel to work by train, by bus, you know? Like if you live in Delhi, then maybe you live in a side area and then you have to go to work in the main city center. So you take the metro train, right? You take the bus. Okay. So she goes to work by train.
I live alone.
I live alone. She lives alone. Yeah, she lives alone. Yeah.
Well, that's not quite true. I live with my cat, Ozzy.
It says, well, that's not quite true. That's not quite true. Puri tarah se sach nahi. That's not quite true. That's not completely true. First he says, I live alone. Then she says, that, well, that's not completely true. That's not quite true. Quite true means completely true. That's not quite true. Quite true. Q-U-I-T-E. Quite true. Quite true means completely true. That's not quite true. That's not quite true. That's not completely true. First he says, I live alone. Then she said, well, that's not quite true. I live with my cat, Ozzy.
He's my best friend.
He's my best friend. So she doesn't live alone. I think she lives alone because there is no other person, right? So she lives alone, but she considers the cat her best friend. So she says, I don't live alone. I live with my dog. Sorry, my cat, Ozzy. Okay. Ozzy is the name of her cat, and she lives with the cat. Will you count a cat? If there is a parrot in my house and I'm alone in the house, I'll say I live with my parrot. Come on, parrot is not a person, parrot is an animal. But she considers the cat a person, her best friend.
Nagendra and Anita from Delhi, India.
We live in a small flat with our daughters Alicia.
We live in a small flat. We live in a small flat with our daughter Alicia.
She's 13. And Shristi, she's 15.
And Srishti, she's 15.
The flat isn't in the center of Delhi.
The flat isn't in the center of Delhi. The flat isn't in the center of Delhi.
It's west of Delhi.
It's west of Delhi. The flat is west of Delhi.
20 kilometers from my work and the children's school.
20 kilometers from my work and children's school. Every day he travels 40 kilometers. 20 kilometers to work and 20 kilometers back home. And the children also travel 40 kilometers every day. 20 kilometers to school and 20 kilometers back home. Okay, so he lives very far from his work. Children, their school is very far from their home, 20 kilometers. Like from here to her north, every day, 2 times.
It's old and simple.
It's old and simple. The flat is old and simple.
We have 1 bedroom, 1 living room, and a tiny kitchen.
We have 1 bedroom, a living room, and a tiny kitchen. Tiny kitchen means very small kitchen. A tiny kitchen means an enormous means very big. Yesterday we learned? Yeah. Enormous windows. Tiny kitchen. Enormous is opposite of tiny.
The television's in one corner of the living room.
The television is in one corner of the living room. Yeah, the television is in one corner of the living room.
And the fridge is in the other corner.
And the fridge is in the other corner. Where is the fridge? In the living room. In the other corner of the living room. Okay, the fridge is not in the kitchen.
Our kitchen is too small for a fridge.
Our kitchen is too small for our fridge. Our kitchen is too small for our fridge. That's why the fridge is not in the kitchen. It is in the living room.
We sit on the floor to...
We sit on the floor. We sit on the floor. We sit on the floor to
watch TV.
To watch TV. We sit on the floor to watch TV. सोफा पे बैठ के नहीं देखते टीवी, जमीन पे बैठ के देखते हैं. We sit on the floor to watch TV. Yeah.
And eat our evening meal.
And eat our evening meal. So they eat their evening meal on the floor too. Okay, do you eat your meals on the floor or you eat your meals on the table now? When I was small, I ate my meals only on the floor. Always I sat on the floor and ate. But now our house has changed a lot. We don't sit on the floor. We always eat our meals either on the bed or on the table, but we don't sit on the floor. Rarely, occasionally, when we are having a feast, a party, then maybe we sit together on the floor. Otherwise, we don't, because our house has changed a lot. Our practices have changed. We lived a different life when I was small, you know, and I miss it sometimes. I miss that when I was small, my mom cooked on a coal oven, koila wala chulha, coal oven, okay, earthen, you know, oven, mitti ka chulha, and I would go into the kitchen, sit on the floor next to her and eat my meal in the kitchen. Okay, she would make fresh rotis and put in my plate, yeah. And that was fun. But now everything is so different. Life has changed so much. Sometimes I miss my childhood lifestyle. It was great fun. We never wore any footwear inside the house. We were always barefoot in the house, always. We took off our footwears at the gate, main entrance, okay, and that's it. We never brought our footwears inside. Our house was always very clean, very, hygienic, because we always walked barefoot. So no dirt, no bacteria, nothing. My mother cleaned it with phenyl, and we could sleep on the floor, we could eat on the floor. It was all nice. But now everybody walks inside the house with their footwears on. We have separate footwears for inside the house, but sometimes by mistake we go out as well in them. So life was a little better in some ways in the past. Anyways, so they sit on the floor and eat their evening meals. They sit on the floor and watch TV.
The girls sleep here too.
The girls sleep here too in the living room. Yeah.
My wife and I sleep in the bedroom.
Okay, they sleep in the bedroom. Why do they sleep in the bedroom and the girls sleep in the living room? Because they are selfish parents? Or maybe there is a TV in the living room. The girls want to watch TV. That's why they sleep in the living room, because I did that. I always wanted to sleep in this room where there was a TV so that I could watch TV at night. I always wanted to sleep in the TV room. TV room. My bedroom was the TV room so that I could watch TV at night. All right, everyone. We are done. I think you enjoyed this. Now, I have a question. These three people spoke, okay? But what was asked of them? उनसे क्या पूछा गया था कि उन्होंने ऐसे ऐसे बोला? क्या पूछा गया होगा उनसे? एक लाइन में बता सकते हो? क्या सवाल पूछा गया होगा तीनों से कि ऐसे ऐसे बोलने लगे वो? उनसे क्या कहा गया होगा? अगर मैं कहूंगा टेल मी अबाउट योर होम, तो लोग ऐसे बोलेंगे? हमको लगता है बोला गया होगा टेल मी अबाउट योर होम एंड फैमिली. टेल मी अबाउट योर टेल मी अबाउट हु यू लिव विद एंड वेयर यू लिव. टेल मी अबाउट हु यू लिव विद एंड वेयर यू लिव. बताइए मुझे आप कहाँ रहते हो और किसके साथ रहते हैं. अब आपकी बारी. Now your turn. You guys will tell us about who you live with and where you live. Just like these people talked, आपको भी ऐसे ही करना है, लेकिन बोल के नहीं, लिख के. You have to write. Take a look at the page 107. Let's go to page number 107, everybody. Sorry, 107, no, 107, page number 107. My new flat. Megan talked about her new flat. Okay, you remember this? Exercise 5. Talk to a partner. Exercise 5. You know, where is your house? Is it old or new? How many rooms are there? Is there a garden? Who do you live with? Do you like it? Why do you like it? What is the best thing? So I want you guys to talk to a partner about these questions, okay? This time I'm going to keep 3 people in one room instead of 2, okay? Please. Okay. And When did you come, Nosheen, to the class? I didn't notice you. Okay, interesting. So I'm going to open the rooms for you all, okay? And please talk to each other about these questions. These questions मतलब आपके घर के बारे में ये, right? So go ahead, talk to each other, have some fun. Go ahead, guys. Join the breakout. Come on, everyone. Join the breakout room, guys. We are waiting for you. Musharraf, Sharik, Faz, please join. Okay. So what will be your homework for Monday? It's Saturday today, I think. Right. So your homework for Monday is you have to write a text about where you live and who you live with. Just like these three people told you, just like that girl, on page number 107 told you about her house, her new flat. So you write about your place. What will be the title? What will be the title?
My family and my home.
My family and my home. Very good, Faizan. Yeah, that's a nice title. My family and my home. Okay. So try and write a nice text. Again, don't take any help from anybody. Just write what you can. And attendance now, quickly. Tomorrow is the most important match. India versus South Africa. Everybody is looking forward to it. Sahil is going to Kolkata tomorrow. He will not watch the match. To watch the match, he's going to Kolkata. Oh, lovely, Sahil. Great. Padma is absent. It is Kohli's birthday tomorrow. It is his birthday tomorrow. Shazia is absent. Ruxar absent. Arsalan absent. Athar Numan absent. Atif Iqbal. Safdar absent. Faizan absent. Sahil Bihari present. Faizan Ali present. Khushbu present. Nosheen present. Sharik Ahmed present. Abhinav present. Mudassar present. Ganpat Roy present. Tawseef present. Faiz present. Rishikesh present. And Saim is absent. Mehran Alam is absent. And Musharraf Imam was present. Ranjit present. Shadab absent. Simran absent. Zeba present. No, Zeba is absent. Rasheen absent. Sweetie present. Azu present. No, absent. Faraz absent. And Lalla absent. Moon absent. No, Moon is present. Kya yaar Moon? You are one day present, one day absent. And Mudassar Alam absent. Masam absent. Okay, guys. Let's meet on Monday. And you know your homework. Please don't forget your homework. Watch the match. Do your homework as well. Yes. Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a sentence. Please correct.
What's
Yeah. Wash your hand before eat or eating.
Wash your hand before eat or before eating? Wash your hand before eat or before eating? खाने से पहले हाथ धो. Wash your hand before eat or before eating? Okay. Okay. Before eating is correct. Wash your hand before eating. And there is a very simple rule. Whenever you have a preposition, after that, if you're writing a verb, you should write ing form. Okay. So wash your hand before eating. Brush your teeth before going to bed. Before going to bed. Brush your teeth before going to bed. So every time you have a preposition, after that you write a verb, use the ing form. Simple rule. Never make a mistake with this. You got it?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I'll see you. However, there is another way. Wash your hand before you eat. Before, now it's different. Okay, you will not say you eating. Okay, wash your hand before you eat. You eat is a subject, a verb. You eat, and this before is not a preposition. This before is a conjunction. Wash your hand before you eat. Brush your teeth before you go to sleep. And this before is a conjunction because it is bringing two sentences together. Wash your hand before you eat. Brush your teeth before you go to bed. Okay. So practice, and I'll see you all on Monday. And good luck for the match tomorrow, everybody. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.